It's Monday, 5th of January, and I have strange hair. We're sleep training the baby, and it's tiring, probably the best way to put it. Today I'm freelancing. I'm also doing my actual work, somewhere in between coffee.
Follow-on formulas. The retailer Next says it expects annual profits to be better than expected because of its Christmas trading performance. There was a 5.9% increase in full-price sales in the UK in the 9 weeks to the 27th of December. Overseas sales rose by more than 38%.
It's time for an aesthetic coffee. Ollie's just discovered Toy Story, which is cute, and he's going through his Disney phase. That's what we've wanted this whole time, is for him to just embrace sort of something pop culture so we can get into it as well. It's totally selfish, rather than trains and diggers and stuff, which, don't get me wrong, is fine, but you know, after the 5th train video in a row. Anyway, he started getting into Toy Story, so he had his Buzz Lightyear costume on. And he's running around the house shouting, "And beyond!" not really knowing what it is, the phrasing. And he came up to me and he said, "Daddy, can you push the button?" And I thought he meant the button on his glove that shoots his lasers. He says, no, Daddy, not that button. The button on my back." Because he saw Buzz Lightyear's karate chop action. He wanted the one that made his arm do that. Nikki is going swimming with the boys. I think her mum's going to help with Ben. Ollie's going to swim. Daddy is doing SEO for today and drinking coffee. And then later some freelance work, and these flowers need watered. I realised I started doing this without giving you any insight into who I am and why I'm doing this. My name's Stuart. I'm a man, a he, him, and a dad, and a dog dad, and a husband, and a brother, and a son. I'm from Bangor, Northern Ireland, where I live with my wife, 2 children, and dog. That was inferred. I'm an SEO copywriter by day. By night, I solve crimes as a superhero. Nah. I'm also a video SEO specialist. I make sure the internet finds things. I run a blog which reviews product called crazydiscostew.com. Oh yeah, I'm new to this, so patience. I was reading this Reddit post about nasty comments on YouTube videos, and I was thinking I've been in that situation before with things I've posted online. And I think the advice was, do not feed the trolls, which is sound advice, but it's hard when you create something that you put out into the world and then it's out of your control. you can't control how people perceive that thing or how people perceive you as a person or your work. To me, it's just putting the camera on and hitting record and hoping for the best. More for my creativity than anything else. I mean, it would still, I'd still make it and probably leave it sitting there. Just, it's the act that I'm getting out of this, the act of creating something, the act of doing something new, teaching myself video, teaching myself lighting. Getting messages about soup while I record this. But yeah, so like, people are gonna comment, people are gonna say nasty things. When I was younger, there was a girl that used to screenshot my Snapchat and then send them to her group chat to talk about. But what she didn't know is every time she screenshotted them, I got a notification to say, this girl has screenshotted your Snapchat. So it was like a little heads up that, you know, the next time I saw this girl, I knew what she was doing. Embarrassing for her. I don't think she knows. She's probably watching. But yeah, be cringe. You know, do the thing. At the end of the day, it's only cringe to the people that don't like it. And if they don't like it, why are they watching it? You know? I'm keeping this here. I like this. You guys can't see how dry it is. ASMR. Phil update. I mean, why am I talking to you? I'll just show you. You don't really know Phil. Phil is a golden lab. He's, what age are you? Is he 4? No, he's 4. Yeah, he's 4. And he has severe anxiety, which he takes amitriptyline for. He also has developed epilepsy, so I think he takes EpiPen for that. Which leads to hilarious conversations in chemists to pick up this medication for a dog, for instance. The anxiety medication, because it's a human medication, but they give it to a dog. We wouldn't be without him, but he is a pain in the hoop, to put it mildly. But as you can see, he is adorable. Happy Wednesday. It's steak bowls tonight, which is rice, steak, whatever else is knocking about. Phil is eating as loudly as possible. I'm standing on the creaky floorboard. I just thought I'd do this while I'm shopping. Went for a nice walk today. Looked in CX at all the things I don't need or necessarily want. I just like playing with new toys, so that's why I look in there. And to see all the stuff that I've sold them over the years that they can't sell either. Is that you done? You fed up? Sleep training's going good with Ben. He slept most of last night, which is unheard of for a baby. Well, not unheard. You alright there, Phil? Not unheard of for a baby, but unheard of for Ben is the long and short of it. So subsequently we got a good night's sleep. So I'm a bit discombobulated by that, because that's unheard of. So it's strange feeling well rested, like in Fallout, the well rested perk. Is that not the loudest noise in the world? So I'm doing a steak tonight. We got some steaks out of Primacy. Big up the Primacy. Shout out. The nicest steaks, the nicest butcher. I'm gonna do it with sticky rice, cucumber, tomato, pickle, tobacco, onions, shredded carrot, shredded pickled beetroot, and whatever else might be nice. Can't use butter. Nick is off dairy because we're testing it with Ben, make sure he's not allergic, and that's why he was having trouble sleeping. But I can't cook the steaks with any butter, so I may use coconut oil. Not sure. Will that ruin a steak? These are good steaks. No, we'll be grand. Stay tuned. Phil is asleep on my foot. Tonight is gaming night, which is a weekly tradition. We started it in COVID times, and the idea was to look after mental health, because no one was talking to each other. We were all stuck in our houses. Well, we were talking over WhatsApp. We suggested a weekly meetup online because we couldn't meet up in real life. And the idea was to get together once a week, play video games. Everyone's on their headsets. We get to chat, just update each other how you're doing. Just look after each other's mental health, really, and check in with each other was the big idea. And it took off from there. Say there's about 3 or 4 of us are diehard about it. And then there's another 4 satellite gamers who will stick their heads in every so often, but there's about 4 of us are pretty religious about it. I'd say I'm religious about it. Nick has been warned. Between those hours on a Thursday night, I am uncontactable. It doesn't always go to plan. Sometimes the baby does not respect gaming night. But the idea was to get together and just hang out online, and for the most part we do that. The idea was to play whatever game we're currently getting excited about. We're all on Xbox Game Pass, so there's always constantly new games on. Find something we can all enjoy and play together. And then that was around the time I tried Fortnite for an article. I wrote an article on crazydiscostew.com called, I think it was something like playing Fortnite as a 40-year-old man or something like that. And I got hooked. So ever since then, gaming night has been, it's Fortnite night. We did Warface for a bit, but Warface was so glitchy, especially as a sniper. You'd take a shot and the thing would lag or glitch out. So I got chucked pretty fast. What else did we play? We went through a whole ton of games. Fortnite, though, is where we stuck. And again, not out of choice. I wanted to move on, but by then we were all hooked on it. So literally, it's Fortnite night. We still call it gaming night because we're adults. So that's good. But like I said, positive mental health. Check in with your friends. Did the benefits outweigh the grumpy wife for a night? No, I'm joking. She is very supportive of it. It's a good thing. It is. We all work, well, some of us work shifts, some of us work weird freelance hours. So it's nice to get that time and sort of annex it from the week and say, this is the dedicated space I have for my interest, and to shoot 10-year-olds online. Skill issue, get good. We're positive about it. It's good. It's fun. We might even have a beer or a rum. Probably not though. It's midweek. Who could be bothered? Pickles.